Hi Pisces, I hope you're all doing well. Before we get into it, I'd like to set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. I'm looking at the Ten of Swords. Something's ending. This can be with someone around you, but this can also be something that you were participating in that you no longer want to be participating in anymore. Looking at the sun. It's like maybe you're even realizing something. I'm looking at counterpart energy here. This feels almost like a dance or a battle that was being done when it comes to the ego, whether this is something going on between you and yourself or you with another person. I'm seeing something come to an end now. It almost feels as well like there could have been some sort of dichotomy, parallel, even polarizing that was happening that isn't going to be happening any longer. And maybe you're too understanding as well that you can be both in a feminine and masculine energy, and those things don't need to be fighting against one another. It can more so be happening in a complementary way. So maybe we're bringing something together now. There could have also been somebody that you were with as well that you maybe in experiencing the relationship with this person, it kind of helped you to assume and collaborate when it came to your masculine and feminine energy as well. The same can be said for an opposite situation. You could have been around someone that you feel like is dancing too far in a feminine or a masculine energy, and this could have been maybe having you feel a bit out of balance with yourself. But whatever this is, whether it's a dance between you and yourself here or with somebody else, I'm seeing something come to an end. And it was definitely something necessary. It was time for this to be finished. I'm hearing something about Battle of the Wills. I'm almost getting a sense of like not wanting to compromise something, and maybe you felt like you were put in a decision where it was like you either had to compromise something or a relationship, something like that, had to come to an end. And I'm kind of seeing you choose to elevate yourself in this position that you're in, and maybe not being willing to compromise, maybe in a way that you had been before. I'm seeing you for sure walking away from something. I'm seeing a relationship with someone that may have had you feeling like you were maybe even pigeonholed into a role that you wanted to grow beyond and outside of. And because you felt like this relationship was not necessitating the type of growth that you wanted, I'm seeing there be a sense of stepping out of a situation and maybe even taking a break from someone. It's like needing time for yourself and maybe even calling an end to a relationship because you recognize it's not what you needed. And there's a sense of when you step into making empowering decisions for yourself, realizing this. Maybe we're also realizing an energy that we can embrace, and rather than seeking it externally, you're finding this internally as well. whoever this person is that you're kind of breaking away from, I'm seeing that at one point in time, you could have felt like this person really matched your energy. It's like there was something about the way that they shined and the way that they were living their life that you felt was complementary to yours. But there's also a sense of not allowing your feelings to be making a decision for you here. It's almost like in grounding your emotions, I'm seeing you recognize maybe even wanting to set boundaries with someone. It's like this person could have, like, whether this was deliberately or inadvertently, there could have been a sense of control that this person had over decisions that you were making, and I'm seeing a sense of wanting to break free from that too. It's like maybe even could have been influencing decisions you were making. But as I said before, I'm seeing definitely a move to break away from whatever this is, because it's almost like it could have been keeping you in some sort of box, and there was maybe what you were feeling, a lack of expansion. And you could have also recognized if you had a commitment with this person that they were not committed, and there's a sense of whatever it is that was going on, definitely not appreciating the way that this person was behaving in relation to expectations that you had. For some of you, this person could have cheated. I'm seeing it's like whatever they did impulsively, however they were choosing to behave. I'm hearing repeat occurrence. I'm seeing that this was like the catalyst for the relationship ending. This could have also happened when you were on a break from this person. For some of you, I'm getting like they could have been with someone else, and maybe that's not what you wanted for a number of you. But now it's like, regardless of your feelings, maybe regardless of your attachments, we can more specifically say, I'm seeing you set boundaries with this person. It's like not trying to be in another situation like that with them again, where the Knight of Wands is involved. And I'm seeing it be like a final closeout to this relationship, because it's like you want something that's going to better suit you and fit your needs and what it is that you want. Because I'm seeing that whatever was going on, how this person was behaving, I'm seeing that it was disruptive to the relationship. And maybe you feel like maturity-wise, you guys are in different places. Maybe there was also a sense of, I'm hearing lack of accountability. Okay. So I'm just looking at the sun in this spread. There's almost a sense of kind of being like, you know, when we have energy towards somebody, we have feelings for someone, it doesn't just magically go away. There's a sense of wanting to work through things. And even though you may still feel a tie to this person, there's also the realization that you're not going to get what you want maintaining the relationship with this person. And that's why I'm seeing that things are ending too, because you're kind of searching more for what is going to complement where you are, rather than trying to work things out in a relationship that you don't feel like this person is ready for. For some of you, it's just not the right timing with this person. Maybe for where you are and where they are, there's something that's just not lining up. Yeah, I'm seeing you have a conversation with this person. I'm seeing you like, yeah, regardless of what's going on, there's a sense of really wanting to be grounded emotionally prior to going into having a conversation with this person. Because it's like, regardless of what you are assessing the behavior as, you're recognizing it as something that you don't want to be a part of. So there's also a sense of, like, say for example, we don't like the way someone's treating us. It's like, rather than having a conversation with them, meeting them within that same energy that you don't like, there's a sense of wanting to have a conversation with this person within a grounded space, so you feel good about the way that you carry out this conversation with them. It's like, even if something's going on that feels triggering, because I definitely am seeing something like that, it's like almost tempting maybe even to lose your cool with this person. But there's also a sense of recognizing that you don't want to do something that you're going to regret when it comes to talking about this, calling this out, expressing yourself, traveling through the energetic experience you're having. This feels like, this feels like a karmic experience that you're having with this individual. And maybe you also feel like this situation feels somewhat triggering because it also may parallel a relationship or a situation that you had in the past as well. And there's kind of a sense of having a redo where before, if you had a situation where you were feeling triggered with someone and the way that you acted was not from a grounded and clear space, there's a sense of kind of being able to redo that from a more authentic and cleared heart space to carry out the interaction. Yes. I'm seeing this almost be like maybe even holding on to a new philosophy or a new mantra when it comes to the ways that you're expressing yourself, especially in relation to situations that feel heightened emotionally for you. It's like you're trusting that things are working out in the ways that they're meant to. This is also too understanding as well that it's not your job to be like giving anybody their karma, and that you're responsible for your actions just as other people are responsible for their actions. So definitely working through a sense of accepting what's going on. Yeah, I'm seeing more reflecting that we're doing too. It's like, definitely feel like your guides and spirit are suggesting that you take the time you need right now to reflect on things and allow yourself to center, because maybe you haven't been feeling so centered lately, based off of the experience that you're having with this person. I'm looking at Taurus and Virgo here. And maybe too, we're understanding at times the ways that we behave we behave more reactively when we're not reflecting so much. So this is also a push to reflect more, so you're aware of the decisions you're making and also the effect of those decisions too, Pisces. I'm seeing this as like you reflecting right now, especially on the ways that you enter into interactions with people. I'm seeing this as part of a karmic test for you. So it's like being aware of when the shadow is popping up and like really reflecting on that too. I'm getting a highlight of the number 7 here that might hold significance for you. Yeah, there's a decision that is like surfacing right now when it comes to the way that you're going to express yourself, process what it is that's going on in relation to the situation with this person. And there's a decision to ground your emotions and figure out how exactly it is you want to go about like tackling or addressing this. Because, yeah, I'm seeing a really big decision that needs to be made, but maybe it's something that you've been feeling a bit resistant to doing. Karmically speaking, I'm getting that this is something pretty heavy for you. because you may have big emotional ties to this person, but there's a sense here in recognizing the strength in your vulnerability and the strength in you being in touch, and also not allowing yourself to be taken advantage of simultaneously, which would for sure be about setting boundaries. It's like, you know that you're sensitive, you know that you're emotional, and there's a sense of like wanting to maintain that sense of being in touch and being vulnerable, and also being mindful of the environment that you're around, how you're affected by those around you too. Also wanting to make sure that like the relationship that you have with this person doesn't like bleed into what's going on for you at work as well, because there's a sense of this possibly even affecting the work that you're doing. It feels like really big shadow work that's being done right now. Yeah, I'm looking at counterpart energy with the High Priestess falling below the Hierophant here. You may be doing work as well that's like some type of spiritual work, something esoteric, something with energy, tarot, Reiki yoga, things like that. And there's a sense of really needing to get in touch with yourself here, because I'm seeing that it's going to continuously be elevating your work, and it's going to have you feeling more satisfied when it comes to what it is that you are engaging in when it comes to your role. There's a sense of being more satisfied with your job role here. But I'm seeing again that the reflection is definitely needed in order to like continue upon the path that you're meant to be walking on. Because I'm seeing also that there's something that you're going to find. Yeah, there's a sense here. What I'm getting is that in you reflecting, there's an integration that's going to be happening like with your shadow, and I'm seeing that it's ultimately going to be benefiting you. But this too is recognizing as well, when the shadow pops up, if we're pushing it down, that we're fighting against it and like creating a dichotomy. So this is also about being able to integrate that in a way where you're functioning in alignment with your highest good by also recognizing all of these different aspects of yourself too. And especially if you're in some sort of leadership position when it comes to your job, something that you're doing. This can even be like you around people that you're familiar with. There's a sense of your energy being looked up to in a way. So there's a sense of responsibility when it comes to being a good leader as well. And good would be subjective as well. Yeah, I'm seeing almost like a shadow death here that's happening because of the integration. Because when we integrate the shadow into our reality is what I'm hearing. There's a sense of bringing the shadow into the light because it's no longer in the shadows, because we're bringing light and consciousness to it. So I'm seeing a really big process going on right now. Feels kind of like a dark night of the soul to me. But it's something that's going to further you on your spiritual journey is what I'm getting. It's going to bring you closer to what it is that you seek. Maybe we're also trying to manage the Pluto in our charts too, because I'm seeing Pluto and Scorpio showing up here. I'm also looking at the moon. I'm looking at Taurus, Virgo, and Mercury. All right, my friends, we are going to end the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.